So let's do another coffee talk. Since it is Friday, don't actually have a coffee, but I did just get out of a massage, so I have pillow face and everything, and got into my car and realized, so let me back up. At the beginning of the week, I knew I was going to feel overwhelmed by the end, just because my workload has increased due to some people being out of the office, and I knew I was just going to feel the pressure, doing stuff that I'm not used to doing, on top of handling my duties. I decided, I was like, well, I was a while ago going to cancel my spa subscription thing that I have, that basically grants me the ability to get a massage or a facial. Mine is bi-monthly, so every other month I get the opportunity to do that. I was monthly, but that gets real pricey real quick. So at the beginning of the week, I was like, okay, I have one of those available. I'm going to go ahead and schedule one. And normally I would do a facial because I just love, the pampering treatment. I get all glowy and I feel so fancy and bougie after that. But I was like, I just know I'm just holding all the tension in my shoulders and my upper body because I have a desk job, and I find myself hunching and then, sitting in not great positions. So schedule that. Off and on, I was like, do I cancel it? And, because I'm just busy or whatever, a couple times throughout the week, I was like, no, just, stick with it. I scheduled it. I'm going to stick with it. And so glad that I did. Oh, gosh. I mean, it was almost painful in certain spots. That's when you know it's good. Like when there's a lot of something being held in, like, whatever that muscle structure is. Oh, I mean, it was good. So very relieving. But as I got into my car and I'm sitting here kind of looking around, and I'm like, it's starting to get a little cloudy, and do I pick up dinner on the way home? It's, kids are at work. So, it's just, me and my husband for the night. And so is that, I don't know, earlier in the day, probably on his lunch break, he was like, you want to go and get drinks and an appetizer at one of our favorite places, that's a little pricey. And I was just like, I have a massage scheduled. So anyways, went off the rails there. I get into my car and I'm thinking about all the things, and I was like, why does my brain go from racing before my appointment, like to the point where I almost had anxiety? Like I was feeling the panic as I was laying there on the table waiting for the masseuse to come in. I was like feeling the heart palpitations and almost like, the tight stomach where, I'm just like, why am my brain's going a million miles, and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, there's so many other things I should be doing, could be doing. And then I force myself to relax, which takes a minute. Clear the brain, let the thoughts wander, let it do its thing, but enjoy the feeling, envision the stress leaving, feel the muscles relaxing, each area that she was working on, I was like, feel the muscles just relaxing, like let everything relax, right? Ended up enjoying it. It was beautiful. The minute I get back into my car, I'm just like why do I feel like I have so many things that I am responsible for doing, and what can I squeeze in right now, and what, all the things. I'm like, so what should be the word of the day? Let's do, I don't know, busyness. I don't know, what's the name for the word where, you're, I know exactly what it is. It's ADHD. When you're making lists and in your brain, and always feeling like you need to be go 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 and doing all the things and catering to, and you can't relax. Like, I mean, it's intense. And I just, like, is it a societal thing? Is it a me thing? Like, why do I have to force myself to relax and enjoy something that I scheduled and planned for myself, versus just being able to go, oh my gosh, yes, I've been looking forward to this. Instead, like, part of me was like, oh my gosh, I don't really have time for it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. And, and I deserve it. Like, I had to talk myself into and tell myself that I do deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve to unwind. I deserve some downtime. I deserve to, let my brain and body recharge and feel taken care of for a short time, like, where I'm not the one servicing everything and everyone all the time. How is that? Why is it so hard? Is that normal? Do we all feel like that? Is it selfish to enjoy that? Like, to me, I almost feel like it's selfish. Yeah. And I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity. I know that this is definitely a luxury that not a lot of people, especially these days, can afford. And not that I do this all the time. Like I said, I was introduced to this whole monthly thing because I had received a package for Christmas, which was amazing. And then I kind of was like, oh, they talk you into the whole thing, and they're like, oh, you can use this, and then it's, make the most of your gift card situation, and that way you get extra, visits. And I was like, all right, cool. And then it became like every month, which honestly, I wasn't even able to keep up initially, because I was like, man, life goes by, and next thing you know, it's been 2 months, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go multiple times in a month. And it was a whole thing. But I would feel real guilty. Like, I know people do. I know people that go more than once a month, and that's amazing for them. And I wish that I had that lifestyle. I do, but I just don't. So yeah, I'm so grateful for the privilege and the ability to do that. But I know that it's not everyone's reality. And I don't really treat myself to things often. Hence my coffee talks. I find that I don't feel guilty about going and getting me a fancy coffee at a drive-thru. Not even that that's fancy, but like, that to me, again, it's a luxury I don't have to have, but those are the little splurges, just little things that I do for me. This is a big thing I do for me. And why do I feel guilty? Why do I feel like I should have been doing other things? And I'm wondering if it was like how I was personally raised, or is it a society thing? I don't know. It was an interesting moment, and I felt the need to share the whole, mind racing beforehand, forcefully telling myself to relax, and then as soon as I get back out, feeling the weight of the world again. Ugh, it's just exhausting. Life is exhausting. Thank goodness it's Friday. That's good. I still have to go home and have hours of work ahead of me, but at least my shoulders aren't as tight, so that's good. So I'll go and drink a lot of water and try and stay as relaxed and loose as possible while I finish those different things. But knowing that, next week's gonna be a doozy. Might have to schedule my last available appointment after that. We'll see. But yeah, what would the word of the day be? I don't even know. Busyness? What do you call it when your brain just doesn't allow you? The brain doesn't quiet. The fuzzy brain, fuzzy head. There's just so much going on up here. Like, that's the word I'm looking for. All the things that are going through my head, and I can't think about that word. Like, what is that? The non-stop anxiety brain, I guess, with all the things. Or is that just motherhood? I don't even know. Is it just Is it just housewifery? Like, it's all up there. I don't know. I don't even know how to label that. But yeah, it's been a week. It's gonna be another one. But I guess try and be good to yourself. Find something you can do to forcefully relax, right? And next time I'll be sure to have something to cheers with. Cheers.